All right, all right. Welcome back. All right, so Aquarians, sorry to get to this so late, but I hope everybody had a great Mother's Day weekend. So, Aquarius, let's pop in and see what the message is. By the way, I will be doing Aries after this, just FYI. So, we have a Six of Swords. We have a slow motion forward, but it's moving into calmer waters. But I do feel like it's he's paddling kind of soft and slow. So, I feel like this forward motion, this moving away from rough water and into calm, it's like a chance to take a nice deep breath, feel some kind of relaxation. This could be Aquarius, or it could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius that is moving out of troubled waters into calmer waters. And now we have them moving into fiery energy of Leo, Sag, Aries. It's almost like this person is going to feel, by the time they get to shore, they're going to feel heroic. They're going to feel like, I can't believe I managed to do this. I really did make the change. I left behind something toxic, something traumatic, something difficult, and I rowed my boat calmly to another shore. I regained my sovereign energy. I am my own self, and here I ride forward, head held high. I feel so good about the fact that I had what it took to leave something behind. This person is coming in victorious. This could be somebody that is either coming toward Aquarius and they're very proud that they have done the thing that they needed to do. Wow, they're picking up speed. We got a Knight of Swords. We do have a lot of potential Aquarius energy, so this could all be Aquarius, but I don't want to say that for sure yet. We have the Fool, we have the Four of Cups. Okay, this is somebody that is ready to course correct. Once upon a time, they either were tangled up in illusions, they thought they couldn't be successful, they were sure there was no way forward. They broke away from whatever it was that they kept saying, well, this is why I can't, this is why I'm not going to be able to. As they break away from that, and they really realize I made the change, and they get really empowered, we see them being brave enough to face their regrets head on. This could be somebody who walked away from Aquarius or refrained from pursuing Aquarius because they were like, there's just too much stuff. There's too much in the way. And we have Aquarius could be, they could have looked at Aquarius like this beautiful mermaid that we see it here. Like, you're too good to be true. There's just no way. You're kind of a mythical creature to me. They don't feel that way anymore. Now it's like, you're not just a pipe dream. You're not just an illusion. You're not something that I couldn't ever possibly approach. Now I need to approach exactly that, because it's a disappointment that I thought I couldn't before. That's what this feels like. Oh, Julia, anybody that is looking for the Virgo video, I promise I will re-release that. I did it live, and my dog did the most explosive bark at like 15 minutes in, and it was so loud that I just wanted to clip that out for everybody, but I can't do it till it's done processing, so I will re-release that Virgo video just as soon as possible. I apologize to keep you waiting, but I just wanted to give everybody the courtesy to edit it out so you don't have your ears bothered by his very, very loud bark. So the Virgo video will come back as soon as I can. Three of Cups is in the reverse. This is definitely somebody that walked away from Aquarius at one point. Their regret is that they were sure it wasn't possible. Tell me about the fact that they're taking this leap of faith at this point. Tell me about this person taking this leap. I mean, this feels sudden. It feels fearless. It feels a strength card. They could be a Leo, doesn't have to be, but they definitely feel strong enough, which we've already established that, right? They feel really good that they've made some changes in their life. I want to ask, what was it that they had to leave behind? The fact that they feel powerful enough to face and address what needs to be addressed. We have Wheel of Fortune, and we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. At one point in time, this is what they're leaving behind. They either had some tyrannical situation that they were involved in. Please remember, I don't read for gender. So this could be same-sex couple. This could have been somebody that was with a masculine, regardless of what gender the connection would be between themselves and Aquarius. This could be somebody that was trapped, like beholden to money and, the need for abundance. They could have been in a karmic energy that they should have released themselves from, because everything said it's time. They should have been able to release themselves from this kind of captivity, or this, lack mentality, or they should have been able to release themselves from this particular individual. But it took them, like, being brave enough to do it, which I would argue it takes bravery to do anything in life. Change takes bravery, even when the universe favors it and we know it's the right time. Sometimes we think about things for a very long time and then finally we take action. They've done the brave thing. They're breaking away from this toxic mentality, this karmic cycle with the King of Pentacles. Could be a masculine that they were either under the thumb of this person. This could have been, heck, a toxic father figure or boss figure. The bottom line is they've moved away from it. That is allowing them to now address, this was the obstacle, this was the hurdle, this is the reason they did not pursue and woo the Aquarius. Tell me though, with that Three of Cups in the reverse, there was, they did not, it's like they didn't show up at the party. They didn't, wow, Two of Swords. Not only did they not show up for Aquarius at one point, they may have gone so far as to like block the energy from Aquarius altogether. They may have like literally, just like gone dark. If somebody just drops off of all social media and, you don't hear from them, they don't show up when they were supposed to. This feels like somebody that, let me ask, what was their motive for like going completely into silent mode for a little bit? Ace of Cups sideways, High Priestess sideways. It was a cloaking mechanism for them. It was something to do with, I don't love myself enough to be brave yet. And that makes me feel not very good. I know that I should be brave. I know that I should offer my love to somebody that I care about. I know that I should show up for myself with a loving attitude. I know I should do the thing that I know I should do. But until I have the courage to do it, I'm embarrassed. So I want to cloak. I want to hide out. I mean, I think that's also very understandable, very relatable, that a character who's not proud of their own actions or their own personal power at the moment would probably withdraw and not want to be seen, because it's embarrassing to feel like we know what we should do and we're not doing it, right? I mean, anything in life like that. Heck, I mean, I'm embarrassed when I don't get my oil changed in my car at the right mileage, right? I'm like, oh, they're gonna know I didn't take good care of my car, and they don't ever shame me. I shame me, it's because I know better. I know what the mileage should be. I know when I should go do it. I know it'll help my engine. I know all that. So why didn't I just be a grown up and do it? Because I can think of a million reasons why I didn't get there soon enough, but I'm a lot better now. I didn't used to be very good, but now I'm much better. But yeah, so now apply that to a bigger thing, something like this, something they need to physically move away from, and they know it, but they didn't have the courage to do it yet. Of course, they're going to hide out for a little bit. Of course, they're not going to want anybody to see them when they know, in looking in the mirror, that they're not proud of their lack of action, but they're taking the action now. That's why they're proud of themselves. That's why we have that Six of Wands. Now they feel strong because it feels good to do the right thing. It feels good to listen to the intuition. It feels good. And then when we feel good about ourselves, now we can take that leap of faith forward. Now we can come forward and we can face the other things that we were disappointed that we didn't pursue. Now, here's the one thing, and I hope this doesn't sound rude, but Aquarius is like the opportunity that they didn't yet pursue, which is on the scale of things that they've been embarrassed about. That is less embarrassing than the fact that they weren't doing the thing that they needed to do for a while, which was to break away from a karmic cycle. That was like, to get to step 2, they had to first do step 1. So step 1 was way bigger. Step 1 was way more embarrassment. Step 1 was a bigger deal. Now step 2, instead of having to leave something behind, now they get to actually maybe pursue and add something beautiful into their life. So of course that would be the easier step, right? Pursuing Aquarius would be the easier step than leaving that previous situation, because of the sense of like, I have to let go, I have to change, I have to remove something that I think is harder to do than go towards something beautiful. I hope that makes sense, because it might sound wrong, but I actually think it's a huge, like benefit and a huge sense of admiration, really, to think of it in that context. Of course, Aquarius is the good thing. It's easier to lean toward the good thing than it is to leave anything else behind, even something toxic, because it's hard to break away. But now they're so much more empowered. Now it's like it's so exciting that they get to move toward Aquarius. Tell me about that. They did not want Aquarius to see them at their worst, at a point when they were ashamed of their own lack of action. As this person moves toward Aquarius, they are moving toward Aquarius with the full intention of, I have something to offer. I have good things that I can share. I'm ready to be a part of something I can give to you. And I would believe that perhaps you might want to give to me, because I know that I have something of value to offer now. Again, this is I think the necessary mindset for a successful union, or whether it's romance or whether it's just even friendship. It's really hard. The analogy I have used in the past is this. If we were going to go out for dinner and we had plans as friends, right? You guys are going out to dinner with me, but we had picked a really fancy restaurant. And then say I lose my job. I can't afford to go to the fancy restaurant. So now I don't want to go, but I also don't want to talk about the fact that I just lost my job. So I'm going to blow off all of you all. We don't get to go out for dinner because I'm not going, but I'm not really saying why I'm not going, because I'm already embarrassed, because maybe I got fired. Maybe, it was just not, it's something I'm coping with. So I don't really feel like going out and sharing that information. I also don't have the money to spend. So it's really hard to go and connect with someone when we're already at a disadvantage. It would be easier and better, of course, if I said, I lost my job, I can't go. But maybe I don't, because I'm too nervous or too shy about it, or just too down on myself about it. Finally, when I get around to maybe I get another job, then I reach out and I'm like, hey, so you know what happened? I lost my job, didn't have any money, didn't know how I was going to pay rent. Now I got another job. Now I'm feeling good again. Now I'm like, hey, you guys want to go out for dinner again? It comes back around, because now it's like, okay, I can stand beside you. I got something. In fact, I can pick up the tab for dinner, especially what if it was that and I owed somebody dinner and then I cancel on them because I don't have the money to pay for it. I'm just trying to show that in a monetary context, when instead I think it's about the emotional context. But I think it's easier to understand things or have compassion for a person if we put it in that context, the monetary context, because it's so tangible. When it's emotional, it's a lot harder to grasp, I think, because it's like, well, they could have just said something. Yeah, but a lack of confidence is, I don't know. I think this is a character that I would be pretty gentle and soft with, in the fact that they certainly they have had the courage to make the changes that they needed to, and now they're coming in with something really to offer, and that is exactly what they didn't have before. Now that they do, they're making a beeline for Aquarius. So I don't know, I kind of appreciate they're coming in with an apology. They're coming in strong enough to say, I want to manifest. They're not I got the Page of Swords in the reverse and we got the Justice card upright. They are not perhaps fully cognizant, though, of how Aquarius would have felt about this. They are so much more jazzed in their own headspace that finally I have something to offer. I was super disappointed that I wasn't able to give to Aquarius before, but here says they haven't fully comprehended or walked in Aquarian's shoes to understand just how messed up it might have felt from where Aquarius was sitting. They were too immersed in their own trials and tribulations, their own shame and embarrassment. Now they feel so much better, and the first thing they're thinking about is, I'm going to go say sorry to Aquarius, and then I'm going to manifest the best with them. This says they have not gathered the information yet to realize, hold up, Aquarius could be pretty upset. They could feel pretty, hard done by. They could feel like, where have you been? Why did you go dark on me? You just went incognito. I don't know where you've been. I don't know what's going on. How am I supposed to read your mind? Where'd you go? I think that's super fair too. Just because we can comprehend it from their side, they have to comprehend it from Aquarius's side. And I think that Justice card makes a really good point about that. Oneness. It's another really good message on this, because from Aquarian's standpoint, it's like, look, if we were supposed to build something, if you want to give to me, you should have given me your problems too. You should have let me know what was going on. Remember, the card of oneness is like, you think we're not all going to be down on our luck sometimes. You think we're not all going to feel not good enough. We're all feel ashamed sometimes of things that happen. The point is, if we're building together, if we're supposed to build trust together, if I'm supposed to be excited that you're here ready to give to me, you need to give to me your problems as well as your successes. You have to, lean into me, because otherwise we only talk to each other if things are going well. That's not a union. I feel like Aquarius has pretty grown up, pretty mature perspective on this, because I think that's point blank. And how lucky are they that this Aquarius is that kind of person where they're like, hey, it's not all going to be rainbows and butterflies. And if you're only coming toward me when your money's good and when you're proud of yourself, instead of the real you, warts and all, then we're not ever going to have any real connection at all. Hey, how lucky are they that Aquarius would be in that viewpoint? Strength card. Again, Aquarius is like, I'm strong enough to, like, if you're going to be somebody where you freak out and stress out, yeah, that's why you have a partner like me, because maybe I'll be the one that'll calm you down, say, it's not that rotten, you can get through this, but I'm also going to need you to be that rock for me. I'm not doing a relationship that's only in the good times, because we will never make it then, because life is not always good. We have to build the strength and we have to be strong for each other. Oh, this Aquarius is such a catch. Oh my God, this is such a catch. This is Aquarians. We had the Queen of Swords that came out sideways. The one thing is, Aquarius is like, part of me is pissed at you, and the other part of me just wants to like teach you something about relationships. Put up good boundaries and say, I don't know yet if I think you're really strong enough to be with me, because we have to get through tough things, and you walked away when it got tough, and you only want to come back now that it's good. I need to sleep on this. I need to think about this. Can I rely on you if I have difficulties? Because I expect a partner that doesn't run. Like, I think this Aquarius is basically, in the nicest of ways, telling them, you have to show me the ugly side too. That's how we know if we're really picking each other, is on our worst days. Do you pick me and do I pick you? And if you don't have the courage to show me that, I don't know. I don't know about this. Ace of Wands sideways. This really shook whether or not Aquarius is. It's so funny how Aquarius would have been more attracted to them if they had shown their insecurities, their weaknesses, their trials and tribulations. Aquarius would have actually been more turned on by the real them than them trying to give them a sanitized version where it's like, when I have problems, I run, but then when they're all fixed up and I have something to offer you, then I show back up. I don't know if they have ever considered it from Aquarian's viewpoint. I mean, we saw that they hadn't. Mara, thank you, Angel. You are so kind. You are so kind. Alicia, you were a spot on. Thank you so much. Yes, you guys, the Virgo reading will come back out just as soon as I edit out a little loud bark that Aries did. Sorry to keep you guys waiting on that Virgo video. We have the Queen of Cups, we have the Four of Pentacles, and we have the Temperance card. Any way we slice this, I think Aquarius is saying, I want to give you all my love, but I am holding back until I can see whether or not this is a habit or whether or not you understand what the real expectation is in a relationship. Temperance is kind of like homeostasis to me. And the word homeostasis is constant change for permanent balance. It does not mean, if we're talking about the human body, The state of homeostasis does not mean that our heart rate is always the same and our temperature is always exactly the same. It means that those things fluctuate in accordance with what our body needs in order to survive. And so we maintain like a balance that everything changes. Our hormones change, everything in our body is in a constant state of change because there's so many chemical reactions going on that are all super necessary and everything has its purpose. So if not everything's going to be comfortable either. Like an example of that would be, let's say somebody giving birth. That's a whole bunch of pain. And yet all that is necessary as well. So if real balance is in the good stuff and the bad stuff, everything has its place. And we have to, I'm going to hold back until I know if we have true balance, true homeostasis, where we know some days are going to suck, but we still pick each other. We know some things are going to be fabulous and we pick each other. And every day in between. There's got to be some more time spent. But I think Aquarius really wants to give to this, but they're basically saying, and they may say, I'm sorry, but it's going to take me a good 4 months. It's like a probation time. 4 months before I really see, do you understand that bit? Do you understand me? Do you understand, like, because in 4 months, we'll probably have some good ups and downs. We'll probably have some good fights. We'll probably have some, like, I'm not going to say that you've just got my love and we're in this. I want to feel safe enough to give it to you, but not until I see that I can trust that you won't pull that stunt again, where you withdraw as soon as you have a problem, because that's not going to work for me. I think that is truly the expression of Aquarius telling them, I love you, but I want the real deal with you. They are so freaking lucky. Alicia, thank you, sweetheart. You are so kind. Thank you very much. So generous. Thank you for that. We have the Six of Pentacles sideways and we have the Ace of Pentacles. I feel like these two are not only going to get through it, I feel like they are going to have an amazing relationship. I feel like they can start on fresh footing. I feel like they can, maybe this person has never had a partner. You notice that instead of having it upright, is now sideways. So I have, on the history of my channel, I've always read sideways cards. I interpret them my way, as I do with everything. But in particular, I look at this usually as like the flow of energy that goes between two, or an indecisive energy. This I would definitely interpret as a flow of energy between the two of them, where it's really going to be equal give and take. It's really us being on equal footing. It's really us in it for better or for worse. It's really us saying, this is something we're really going to do. We're going to start fresh and we're really going to give to each other. But I think it's after the probation period, because I think Aquarius needs to know if they fully understand this. And I don't think that they've ever met somebody like Aquarius. They're so lucky. This is such a blessing to have this kind of a connection in their life. Something that real, somebody that true blue. Man, this person's going to be really, really fortunate that they have somebody who wants them on the worst days too. All right, I'm going to leave that one there. That's probably the most beautiful Aquarius character I think we've had before, that I've had the delight to read for. Hey, Gabriella, how are you, sweetheart? Oh my goodness, you're with us at 3 a.m. in Argentina. Thank you so much for being here. Oh my goodness. Hi, Nancy. Nice to see you, sweetheart. Thank you again so much, Alicia and Mara. You guys are lovely. Thank you. John Schultz, good to see you. Bruno Santos, yes, I will do Aries next, and then I'll do Taurus right after, okay? Hi, Mike, the official ambassador. Hello, hello. Good to see you. Hi, Lara. Hearty Meat, good to see you. Bruce Reed's in the house. Hello, hello. All quiet at the Reed Resort, cross-watching. Awesome. You're so kind. Thank you for being here. And thank you. I am very honored that you're all right with Aries. Very, very loud voice tonight. All right. Sherry, thank you, sweetheart. Good to see you. All right. I am going to go ahead and real quick, I should be able to edit that Virgo video and then get that one out in like the next, probably by the time I'm done with an Aries video, Virgo will be re-released. All right, you guys. Thank you for being here. Bye for right now.